guys, this video I will show you how I did this autumn gel nails on my realistic hand. Now this hand, I do have an affiliated link down below, so if you would like to go check it out, definitely do so. I used their tips that the hand comes with, and I applied clear nail tips and I just shaped them and filed them. Now I'm just showing the products I will be using. I will be using Teddy, which is a builder gel from the gel bottle brand. I'm also using their Extreme Shine top coat. I do show this color, which is jet black, but I do not use it. I choose to use something different. And then I do use their matte top coat, which is amazing. You need a matte top coat. I definitely recommend theirs. And I am also using Models One's gel polishes. This is Italian. The next color I'll be using is Flowers. I will also be using Roof. And the last color of theirs I will be using is Giorgio. I will also be using gold foil for the nail art encapsulating on the ring finger, and on the index finger I will be using glitter. And you can use any dry flowers. That's exactly what I have. Dry flowers, any kind will work. And this is the glitter I was talking about. Now I use regular glitter and I use regular polish to pick it up and apply it instead of the foil, so that way there's a little change. And I'm just going to put clear rubber base onto all 4 fingers so that when I do file and when I do, go harder on the nails, the base will hold it together and make it stick. That is the main reason why I use this base on the mannequin hand. You don't have to, because like I said, you can save product by doing that. But since I am filing and I'm working on top of this nail, I want to make sure it stays on. And I always put base on my clients, no matter what kind of product it is, either a primer or some sort of base, because I want them to last as long as possible. Now I'm going in with Teddy. I am seriously almost empty. Like the bottle, I'm really struggling to get this color out of the bottle. That's why it's taking me a while to get back into the nail. This is one of my favorite colors of theirs, especially because it's a builder gel. So if like you don't want to apply gel polish on top of this, you just keep this nice nude pretty pink color. And it's a lot of the colors that my clients love to have on their nails. Now I don't like using a lot of my gel bottle products on my mannequin hand. I know that sounds horrible, but it's just such great quality. But they are pricey. They're a little bit up there, $20 a bottle, but they are so worth it. But some of us, the way our bank accounts work, we can't always be buying a ton of their products. So I like to use mine sparingly. But it's just such a pretty color. I felt like this just went perfectly with this nail set, so I had to use it. Now there are gel polishes that are similar, but it's easy. You apply it on the nail, you file it and shape it, and you just top coat it. That's it. You don't have to polish it and make sure that the color matches or any other color goes applied on top. It's like this is the color, so it's like a step less to do when you do builder gels. So I'm just making sure that I'm building a nice little apex to make the nails look nice and have them be strong, not like they're gonna go walking around or anything like that. But it's just, if you practice it nonstop, even if it's on practice hands, it'll just become second nature to you. And when you work on clients, it'll be a habit, a great habit to have. So you always want to work almost the same, I would say like 90% the same as you work on your clients on your practice hands, so that you can become the best version of yourself as a nail tech as well, or just to practice on yourself. You want to have really nice nails, and especially if you do them yourself, it's such a compliment to get from people. And then when they know that you did them, it's like they gasp, and it's awesome. It's really cool. And I just know that I always cure all my gels, no matter what gel I'm using. Every time I move the hand away, it's because I'm putting it in the lamp, and I cure it for 30 seconds, and at the end is when I cure it for a whole minute to just make sure. And now I'm doing the same thing on the pinky, but I'm stopping right where the nail tip, the free edge of the nail, goes off. So I just want the clear part of the nail. Now I could have easily cut it shorter so I can have more clear nail, but I wanted them to look longer, so that's why I had to leave a little bit longer of the natural, if you want to say, nail tip on the mannequin hand. And I'm just cleaning it off And it's a nice straight line as I could before I cure it in the lamp. Then when it comes out of the lamp, I just put a second layer to make sure it has a nice thickness to it. So when I do file next, I have something to file on. If it's just a very thin gel like polish on top, it's not going to file nicely and you're not going to have a nice thick line. So that is why I'm building on it, as you see. And this color is strong enough to not need encapsulation. You can if you want to, but it doesn't need it. Now I'm just cleansing the nails with alcohol right before I file. I just like to do this because it leaves like a little tacky layer, and I'm used to cleaning them all, even though I just need to use one. I clean them all, and I go into with the 180 grit file, and I just file a straight line. Now I am using nail glue. This is a nail glue base that I got in a kit. I'll link everything down below that I'm using, and it is a glue that you use for dip. If you look at the ingredients of all your dip bases and glues, it is just that glue, nail glue. So I am applying that to adhere all my flowers, and yes, I do not finish an entire nail. I always work as I go. Whatever seems easier while something's getting dried or fixed, I move on to the next thing. So right now you saw me put an activator. So once I know that that's the exact placement that I want for the nail, then I move on and apply the activator so it hardens and dries faster. So that's exactly what I'm doing all the way down. And the spot where I picked the flowers is honestly just a guess. I just apply it. If it looks nice, I keep it. If it doesn't, I move it around. Now the tweezers are great to use to hold down the flowers just a tiny bit. If you're not too careful, you might get a lot of glue on them, and then you'll get the flower stuff on the tweezers, and it's just a pain in the butt. So I recommend, if you're newer to this or you just have trouble with that, apply the glue, put on the flowers, grab either a Ziploc bag or a saran paper and put it on top. Completely squeeze the nail so you flatten the whole flower. Give it a second and then go in with the activator and try it again, just like I did right now. It works easier. I'm putting the activator again. I'm grabbing the plastic that it came with, the little paper, and I'm putting it around. I'm squeezing it super tight, and it completely goes flat, and it does not stick to the plastic or Ziploc bags. As soon as I am done placing all my flowers exactly where I want, now you can leave it like this and just have clear see-through spaces if you want, or you can add glitter, you can add foil. I actually decided to add foil to the ring finger. Now if the glue dries, like in some of the spots it did dry because I did take my time on putting the foil, which is totally fine. Just go on and add more glue and apply it where you think is best. The best thing about this foil is that you can apply it once the glue attaches it. You can kind of pull at it and it separates it really nice, and it gives a nice little design, like you actually took the time to sit there and cut the foil a certain way. But I didn't. I really didn't. So I'm just picking other spots. Now for my pinky, I'm going to use this really pretty holographic, they're like little circles in different sizes. You can get these from AliExpress, from Wish, from Amazon, from eBay, from anywhere. You just gotta type in 3D nail art or just nail art and you get a ton of these. I recommend always looking at the seller, making sure that the reviews are great. I've never had an issue with AliExpress except for one time, and that was like 2 years ago, but I did get my money back. There was nothing else ever since then. I do my research before I just go on and buy from a seller. And I do love to buy the nail art from there because it's something that's inexpensive, and you can't really tell the difference between buying a glitter that's 50 cents compared to, well, you know what? No, I take that back. A glitter, yes, you can't tell. But when it comes to like these holographic 3D arts or even dried flowers, those you can't tell the difference from buying them for 50 cents compared to buying them for like $2 a little container. But glitters, yes, some of them, the cheap ones, you can't tell when they're cheap because they do bleed. So you got to be careful with that depending on where you buy them and what type of glitters you're using. So I just move them around. It takes me a while to try to figure out what I want. I don't know what I want when I'm doing it. I just kind of go off of what I feel. And I felt that they were too big. The big ones were too round and too big. So I took some off, moved things around because I wanted more of the clear space, but I still wanted to show some of the holographic circle glitters. Once I decided where I wanted them, I make sure I put it in the lamp and cured it, and then once it's out, I am going to start encapsulating it, which is what I'm doing now with some clear builder gel. I am just making sure I fully coat it and make it nice and thick, so that way when I go into filing, I can file it. After it comes out of the lamp of curing, I am going to be filing a nice straight line, making sure that I can even it out really nice with the pink. And now I'm going to use the Sienna polish, one of my favorite burgundy colors from the gel bottle, especially for fall. It has some little specks of glitter. It is super pretty. So I'm just going to use this twice to polish the bottom of the nail. I did not have my hands on a builder gel that's this color, but you can definitely encapsulate or sandwich, whatever you want to call it, gel polishes in between builder gel. Now I'm using the builder gel from Y.E.D. I will have a link down below, and I have a video review of them. I really do like them. They remind me a lot of the builder gel from the gel bottle, and I'm going to use the clear one to encapsulate all the nails, because like I said, I don't want to use my expensive stuff on a mannequin hand. I can show you guys like why I like certain polishes and products, but you know, it's expensive. It gets expensive. And I'm just showing you, I'm putting 2 coats and I'm cleaning it off. And if you feel you need 3 coats, you can definitely do it. These polishes are very pigmented, so I don't always need to do that with the gel bottle polishes. And now I'm going to use the gel that I showed you, the Y.E.D builder gel in clear. And I do have a coupon code for their products. It should be linked down below with my affiliated codes, and I have a ton of different affiliated codes. Whenever you want to buy certain products that I have on my videos, I will tell you I have a link down below. You don't have to use it if you do not want to, but if you do, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and they're always going to be linked down below. If I forget anything, go ahead and comment so I can read your comment and see it and make sure I let you know where I get what I get. So just don't worry about how thick or thin you're doing it if you're working on a practice hand, because that way you don't sit here for hours doing layers, especially when you're encapsulating. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just making sure I'm filling it in. If you play way too much with the gel, which I always tend to do, but it's just, I like messing around with the gel. But when you play too much, you will leave little air bubbles. They're easily removed by just gently brushing down. But you just want to be careful with that. Not everybody is as picky as looking through them if they have air bubbles. But when it comes to my clients, I work with very, very, very thin layers, as you guys already know, because I don't want any air bubbles in their products. When I work on a mannequin hand, or I'm just showing you guys a video, I tend to work really fast. I don't know. I just zone out and I work really fast. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do to all the nails. I'm just encapsulating, checking them out left and right, up and down, making sure that the angles are just right. It's exactly what I wanted. And that is what you will be seeing. Something I love doing is I love using the gel like this and dragging it, using the little strings it leaves, because it just fills every little spot that you're missing. Yes. Now I'm going to spray them with alcohol, and I am cleansing them with one of my lint-free wipes, and I'm just gonna file and shape all of the nails. I do not show all the steps of them filing because it's at the point right now where I have some of my subscribers saying, yes, show all the time in real time of filing and buffing, and then I have the other half of my subscribers like, no, get to the art, show more of the art and take your time with that. I cannot show everything in my video that I do because I do take my time doing these nail sets, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. I do not want to make an hour and a half videos. I don't know if anybody would even watch that. So I make sure I cut it down to the most important stuff. I show you one specific nail, the details. Now I can make a specific video on how I file and what works for me, and how I've learned to file certain shapes and what shapes are for what type of workers and so on and so forth. I am planning on doing something like that. So if you are interested in watching that, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to like my video, and I would definitely move that video right up to show you guys sooner. And that's a good way to know filing too, facing it that way. And I'm just showing you I'm buffing the nail after I file it, and I do this to all the nails. Once they are done, I cleanse them with alcohol, and I actually put on some crystals on 2 of the nails. On the flower nails, I put some crystals on, so I won't show that, but I do that. Now I have a review video of the spider gel, and I'll link that below too. I really do love it, and I use this instead of the gel bottle polish to do the line because it's just so thin and crisp of a line. I'm so excited to use this for my Halloween nails that I'm planning on doing. So that's exactly what I use here, and it's just a gel. It's just a very thick gel that you can maneuver however you want. And I use a dotting tool with that, and I cure it. After I cure it, I just am showing you now that I'm using this cool brush. The bristles on this brush are uneven, so when they're uneven, they're amazing to do these kind of splatter look nails. So as you can see, is I brush it off of the nail, apply all the extra product that I'm removing onto paper, and I do have a damping dish with some alcohol to clean it off before I move on to my next color. So that is all I'm doing. I'm just applying the regular gel polish that I choose, and I want it to stick to the browns, the mauves, the orange type of mustardy colors. And I'm using this brush that has uneven bristles. They're like zigzag looking, like, I don't know, I can't explain the brush, but that worked amazing for this. And if you use just a straight brush, I feel like it's going to drag the entire product. When it has the uneven bristles, certain parts of the product move down and certain don't, so it gives that nice cool vibe. Now I did realize this color matched exactly the base of the nail, so I still moved it around because it would do great when I apply the other colors. It'll blend really nicely, but you can't really see it. And know that every time you apply about 2 colors or so, put it in the lamp to cure. That is what I did. I did not keep it out the whole time, or else all the product will combine and the gel tends to move. So I applied 2 colors, the brown and the orange, and then I put it in the lamp. I took it back out, and then I'm doing the rest of the colors because I know I liked where it was placed. That's why I'm removing the hand. That's because it's going in the lamp. And anywhere else you feel that you need to add color, definitely add it. There's no right or wrong way of doing nail art, in my opinion. It is something free to learn and to try out. And that's all I'm doing. Once that is set, I'm using the matte top coat, and I'm completely covering the nail, and I'm using that as a base for the foil. And I'm just applying the foil on top, and I do apologize for how blurry it is. I get in the moment of doing nails, and I don't look at the camera at all times, so sometimes it does come out of focus. So I will definitely keep an eye on that to make sure you guys get the best video quality you can out of my videos. And just move it around until you're happy. Add as much as you want. You can even add glitter. You can do whatever you choose here. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. And once it is out of the lamp, I'm just going to top coat it one time with the matte top coat just to make sure I seal it, and I use the extreme top coat for the rest of the nails. Now the only difference is with the pinky nail. With the pinky nail, I decided I wanted to keep that pink and that burgundy matte. I wanted to definitely keep that matte, including the black line, because the black line is a little too shiny for the design I'm going for. I wanted the whole attention to go into the clear, that clear, pretty circle glitter, the holographic glitter. That's what I wanted my eyes to go to. So I matted everything else out. Plus, it looks so pretty matte. It just gives a nice fall vibe. So I only polished the pink and the black line and the burgundy as well. Clean it off with the brush if there's any that went into, I mean, you don't have to really clean it because when you put the matte top coat on, the shiny top coat on top, it's gonna be shiny. But you know, it's just something I do. And here's where you can see I put a few crystals just on the left side of this nail. And I'm just using the extreme shine to shine up the flowers because I definitely want that to be shiny and glossy and see-through. You can definitely matte it up if you choose to, but I decided to do a shiny, and right there you can see some of that orange glitter. I didn't put a ton, just a little bit to give effect when you move the nail left and right. And this is the matte top coat on this really pretty nail art. And now I'm putting the shiny top coat onto the nails. And like I said, I always take my time polishing and stuff, so that's why it looks like it takes forever. Now I turn it around, and since this is a see-through transparent nail, I want to make sure that I put gloss on the back of the nails because you want it to be as pretty and clear as possible. And this is the outcome. This is how the nails turned out. This is how they look inside, indoors, with my lighting and my camera lighting and all that good stuff. and I will also be showing you outdoors. And this is the final result of how the nails look. I really do hope you guys like it. Comment below if you would like to see anything else. I really have been loving, my ideas are just coming to me and you guys are helping me out with this. Thank you so much, you guys, for everything you're doing. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed.